takeoff and anything that's more nefarious with AI itself, rather than being used by foreign entities for things, I don't know, bioweapons or whatever you want to compare it to? Like, do you worry about it in and of itself?
My taxonomy on AI risks is sort of like, there's 3 buckets. The first bucket is the AI qua AI risk. So, the AI itself become the threat to humanity. That's, personally speaking, not the bucket that I am most worried about or concerned about. And I can, I'll speak more about that. There's the AI misuse category. So, authoritarian countries or terrorist groups misusing the technology. I think it's a very real risk. I think it's like the most real risk that we have. And then there's the last risk, which is sort of like a second order effect, which is with massive labor displacement. You'll see, all sorts of political instability, domestic instability, populism, social, these kinds of trends in many developed countries. So the misuse one, I think, is very real. I think we're seeing overall an increase in terrorism in the globe, and I think that the potential for misuse of the technology is very high. Again, for cyber attacks, for bioattacks, bioweaponry, for information warfare, and even stuff. The version of this, I think, is like almost the most direct or clear is like, there's these companies like Character AI and Replica where you can have an AI model that becomes a genuine companion to huge percentages of the citizens of various countries. If you had a foreign run and foreign operated AI companion company, I think that's like the most effective intelligence agency that you could possibly have. So there's a lot to be worried about in the realm of AI misuse, and is something that I think is, that's certainly like very concerning. It's something that we as a country, we as a society need to think about. How do we mitigate those risks? There was the executive order from the Biden administration. I think we're certainly thinking about those.
Hey guys, Rashad here. I'm the producer of The Logan Bartlett Show and wanted to take a quick second to make an ask. We are close to 10,000 subscribers and are trying to get there by the end of the year. If you're enjoying this conversation and these episodes, please consider subscribing to the YouTube channel. Now back to the show.
What's something that you believe inevitable about artificial intelligence in the next 5 years that maybe isn't mainstream or the average person wouldn't fully appreciate?
I think there's a bunch of things I'll mention. I think one that most people in AI see and believe, but certainly is not yet fully mainstream, is just that these models are going to become very quickly some of the largest investments in most countries. So if you believe these go from hundreds of millions of dollars to billions of dollars, to tens of billions of dollars to hundreds of billions of dollars, there's not that many countries that can afford $100 billion investment, either funded through private industry or funded through the public sector, through the government itself. And so this very quickly becomes one of the largest economic projects, or sort of like scientific projects, that the world